What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. It is another wonderful Sunday evening here at the Old World Paranormal Society headquarters. Tonight, we have a special guest with us. This is his third appearance on the show. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is another wonderful Sunday evening. I heard my voice. It was weird. Anyways, this is third time back. We're going to have another wonderful alien talk tonight. We have Blake Pontius.
How you doing?
So tonight we're running simultaneously with Facebook and YouTube. Hey, Mama. I need to get this link up here. Give me 2 seconds, everybody.
I hope it's sharing on mine now.
Paste. Sorry, Michelle. There you go. I got the link up. We're waiting for Michelle to join with us tonight.
I promise we practiced this.
Yeah, they're used to me. They're used to it. Hey, Miss Melinda. I'm glad you're feeling better. She's another one of the COVID victims. We're going to add Michelle. Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Get our little. All right. So, yeah, this is going to not be good here.
God, my hair takes up the whole freaking screen.
There you
All right.
Hi, guys.
go. Hey,
What's up,
Michelle,
Michelle?
how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Playing with my cards. Gonna listen to alien stuff.
Oh, yeah. The power of 12. We're about to talk about it.
There we go. That's
I
better.
know I looked up some stuff with numerology and things earlier.
Okay.
How you doing, Miss Rachel? I am feeling much better. As you all are aware, we in my household and the kids' mom's household and my daughter's boyfriend's household all got COVID. It was great. It was awesome. It was a wonderful 2 weeks of my life. Not really. Especially at Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
But everybody seems to be doing well, seems to be healthy. So if you catch me coughing a lot tonight, I apologize. I still have a little bit of congestion and stuff in my chest. So, yeah. All right. So tonight's topic. So we're both a huge fan of the show Ancient Aliens, which is on History Channel. We kind of watch it faithfully. There was one episode that kind of piqued our interest, and it aired a couple weeks ago, and they talked about the power of 12 and the meaning around the numerology of 12. And as you know, me and Blake are huge Lions fans. We get together every Sunday at my house here to watch the Lions game, and he goes,
It's been a rough season, let me tell you.
I said to him, I said, hey, it's been a while. We need another alien episode. Let's get you on here. And he's like, hey, I just watched the episode of The Power of 12. I said, so do I. I thought it was cool. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
I think it plays into the paranormal, talks about dimensional things. I mean,
Absolutely.
maybe the paranormal has something to do with interdimensional travel, ultra-dimensional travel.
That it's got a lot of religious meanings to it,
Mm-hmm.
from Hebrew text to the New Testament.
To the Bible itself.
Well, yeah. The Bible.
So, anyways, what I wanted to get started on, if it's all right with you, Michelle, is just jump right into it.
You can hear it fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear it. I'm going to start off 1913, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Harvard. William Sidis becomes the youngest to graduate from Harvard. 6 years later, he writes his first book, The Animate and the Inanimate. Okay. And in this book, he talks about black matter and black holes, like, the sucks energy in from the darker side.
Hold on a second. Michelle, do you have grandkids screaming in the background?
It's the puppy.
It's the puppy. Okay.
Yeah.
All
She
right.
wants with mom. Sorry. I
Okay.
can mute myself if you want me to.
No, you're good. I can mute you if I don't want to listen to you.
All right then.
Well, what I thought was interesting about this cat is he used the Dewey Decimal System, which is a number system counting to 12 instead of 10. And the benefits of that is 12 is easier to divide. So you can get more fractions out of that, truer measurements, things like that.
I did read something about that it's divisible by 0, 2, 3, 4, 6 in itself. It's the one number that has the most numbers that's divisible by.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's crazy. There's so many things now that you think about it that have 12 in them, like the 12 months in a year, 12 signs of the zodiac,
12 lunar eclipses.
the human body. We have 12 systems, 12 meridians, 12 chakras, 12 cranial nerves. We got a couple of pictures we want to show on a couple of those real quick.
Oh, yeah. Hold on here. So, share screen, Chrome tab, Google Photos, share. Which one do you want to show?
Keep going. Keep going. No, back one. This right here, this is the 12 chakras right here.
You sure wasn't the next one?
No, we got it up here.
Okay.
And then go to the next one, Nick. Go to the right. This way, yeah. And then this is your 12 cranial nerves in your brain.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The other pictures will show later. But we also have exactly 12 points. This is the vortex one on the Earth that have power that come from the Earth and create such a vortex. They're called vortices. The Bermuda Triangle is one of them. We got a picture of that too.
Yeah, hold on. Molly said, do you know that's how they catalog libraries? I didn't know that.
I did not know that either. That's a good point, Molly.
Of course, Molly would know that.
Molly would
Might
know
have to call into the show later, though.
Book nerd.
Well, it says right underneath that, did you know they catalog libraries, and it says with the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Our time too, the clock, 12 noon, 12 midnight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I probably have 36 things written down that's to do with the numeral 12.
The show is sponsored by Coke or Mountain Dew. I mean,
the show is sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah, pull up that picture of the vortices, the world's vortices. I forget how to do it.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, here we go. It's all the way over right here. So that's just kind of a quick little reference of some of the points on the world that have these vortexes. Could be interdimensional travel. It's my theory.
Yeah, they said that it's easier enter and exit points from the Earth into the universe.
Isn't that like our magnetic poles too? When you look at that picture, I believe it's 12.
Right.
Different ways, the way things come over the Earth, and they say that's how dimensional travel happens, is through that. And it would make sense because it all connects, and then it connects pretty much around these points too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numbers have more to do with our life than what people think they do.
Okay, so I got a couple other things on here I want to talk about. In 1977, the Burkhard Hein, who's regarded as Germany's version of Stephen Hawking, and his work on the 12-dimensional world view says that not only our world but our philosophical worlds go around.
Mhm.
So it's not just us living in our 3D world that we know, but
Mhm.
also all the other worlds that we could connect to if we were put into everything, if we knew about everything.
Right. I mean, you can't fit it in all into one 3-dimensional, so that's why
Right.
I came up with 12.
Right. And he has a lot of philosophies of how the universe began with the Big Bang theory and how it was contained in this 12-dimensional shape.
You gonna be able to say that word?
I don't know if I can say it. I'm gonna try though.
The Dewey Dactyl.
The Dewey Dactyl.
The Dewey
shape.
Dactyl.
It's a 12-sided shape, basically.
That's 12
But yeah, he had a lot of crazy, a lot of cool things, like how the universe began, the nature of consciousness, and why we're here. Very interesting. If you get a chance to check that guy out, check out his work.
So, Michelle, on the metaphysical side, more like the Wiccan and stuff like that, how does the number 12 associate with that?
So the things I was looking up, because numerology doesn't necessarily, I mean, for witchcraft and Wicca, it's the power of 3, which is another number divided into 12.
Right.
12 is like, it's double digits. The ultimate number is 22. Then there's 12, 11, 10. Like looking at the clock, like the last 3 days, I keep looking at the clock and it says 11, 11. It just lets you know that you're on your right path. 12 is let you know that you're on your spiritual path with your angels. So like 12, 12, or if you see repeated numbers like, oh, I don't know. If you look at some people will always see the number 7. Like my kids were born on the 7, like 1137, 337, so the number 7 pops up in my life a lot. Now my life number is 9. So,
what do you mean?
My life path number.
Yeah.
Your life path breaks down. Oh my gosh, I need a dry eraser board.
Simple.
You can break your birth date down into a single number, and that life path lets you know, like what you're more of, a fire sign or a water sign, what your positive traits are, your negative traits are. And I actually looked mine up today, and I'm a lot like those too. So it's just, I call it white noise of the metaphysical world. So I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
That's interesting. I thought it was interesting that in most religions, there's always a group of advisors numbering 12, like the 12 Knights of the Round Table. The 12 Olympians went to war with 12 Titans. Mm-hmm. There's 12 tribes of the Israeli, the 12 apostles for Jesus. The largest sect in the Muslim religion, are called the Twelvers because there's 12 imams.
You also got the 12 sons of Jacob.
Yeah, also the 12 Greek gods.
Yeah, they're the ones that went to battle with the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after Jesus was crucified, Judas kills himself. So then there's only 11 disciples then. Well, Jesus told them they had to be 12 strong to receive the divine, something divine to happen. And so the disciples had replaced Judas with Matthias, and then the Passover was able to be started.
Yeah, I mean, once that happened, they were fully enlightened with the power of God and everything that He had bestowed upon them on their future past. Once they had Matthias join the apostles, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was super interesting.
Which you can find if you want to read about just that specific thing. You can look up the book, The Acts of the Apostles. It talks a lot about that. It's one of the last books. I think it's in Revelations, I believe. I have to double check on that. But yeah, I mean, for me, on the religious standpoint, I know how what we are shifting as an old world paranormal society coming towards 2021 and going in the future. I know we want to get more analytical. We want to dive deeper into things. We want to dive deeper into more religions. We want to dive deeper more into the Wiccan. Maybe not with you, but for me, because I don't know anything, because I'm really fascinated with religion and everything it entails with it. So,
Oh, I don't know everything.
the power of 12, it was just, I don't know, it was kind of eye-opening to me. I mean, you know, not, no pun intended, like your third eye, you're opening your third eye type of thing, but it's just something else that just, I don't know, maybe it's because it's a little bit of the conspiracy theory in me that just opens it even more, that relates more to there being more out there in the universe, you know, i.e. extraterrestrial stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that wholeheartedly that we're coming just from aliens, you know.
You know my stance. I believe we're hybrids of aliens and that they've been here for
we're going to get to
eons and eons and eons.
We're going to get to certain group of people here on planet Earth today that are said to be hybrids of aliens. So we'll get into that.
Let's get into that.
Well, wait, before we move there, 1 second. I found what I was looking for, what I found earlier. It says 12 is the number of cosmic order. For example, there are 12 months in a year. We talked about that. 12 astrological signs, 12 hours in a day, 12 personalities of the archetypes, etc. According to numerology, 12 is the number of creative and individualistic self-expression.
Yeah, hold on here. Let me go back to this real quick. See, on this one here, it says the number 12 carries religious, mythological, and magical symbolism, generally representing perfection, entirety, or cosmic order in tradition since antiquity.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like you're killing a kid.
She's in her kennel. She doesn't like to be in there.
Are you making a sacrifice to the gods tonight,
No,
Michelle?
I got something on that too.
Do not sacrifice anything.
What's up, Junior? Hi, Mike. Hey, Tina. Italians has to be Italians. And I apologize. I know I keep putting a sucker in my mouth, and that looks really weird, but it helps me from not coughing so much. So I apologize.
I'm immune to it because I'm part alien. So
yeah, he's alien.
Okay, so anyways, Göbekli Tepe. It's in southwest Turkey. It's the world's oldest. I wish I had a shot of this. The world's oldest megalithic structure, and it has 12 T-shaped columns around 2 large gateway columns. I mean, I wish I had a picture of this to put up. It looks like some sort of something out of Stargate, like a portal,
right?
You would walk through, and it's just odd. All these megalithic structures all over in England and things like that. The stones of Stan S have 12. The stones of Moore and Yorkshire have 12. High concentrate of UFO activity in these places.
And each one of these structures has 12 predominant pillars. Now, there might be more stones and more structure to it, but the actual framework, the pillars, most of them have 12 in them. What's up, Miss Jamie? Thanks for watching. So, go ahead.
So anyways, just other interesting things I saw. In the book of Exodus, Moses erected 12 stones at the foot of Mount Sinai after receiving the 10 Commandments from God. Also, in the book of Joshua, at the river of Jordan, when the river parted ways so the Israelites could pass through with the Ark of the Covenant, Joshua had 12 stones placed where the priest stood for that to happen. Elijah built an altar of 12 stones. He puts the bull on to sacrifice, and God sends fire down from the sky to burn the offering. You going to something here?
Oh,
Okay. All right. I thought that was all really coincidental religious things that all happened with the power of 12. And being said, scientists believe that the universe is let me try to say this again. Dodactrion. It's a 12-sided shape, basically.
Dude. There's no eon.
When the Big Bang happened, they're saying that when the Big Bang happened, it was contained into this 12-shaped structure that our universe is in. In the world's first major city, Samaria, they used mathematics of 12 and 60, and they used their knuckles to count 3 on each finger.
All right, so hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me show you what they're talking about. So what they mean knuckles. So each finger has 2 knuckles on the outside, but each finger has like these 3 little pads. Okay. So most people would go, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, What they're saying is they would use their thumb and count each pad on your finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would make 12.
Yeah.
That's how the Sumerians counted.
And then they didn't use the number 12, they used dozens. So like 13 would be 1 dozen 1, 14 would be 1 dozen 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they didn't use 10, they used 12. I thought that was super interesting. And they said they were given this information from the gods from the sky with 6 fingers and 6 toes. So I thought that was pretty interesting too, that, there's a lot of sculptures and statues that show gods having 6 fingers and 6 toes on them.
Which they reference the Anunnaki in there in the Sumerian text. They specifically said that this is not their knowledge. They were gifted with this knowledge from the beings from the sky, which were called the Anunnaki. Which plays into
that word Anunnaki, though, means beings from the sky.
Plays into this.
Plays into that also.
Our first book. There you go.
Tell them about the book club.
We talked about last or 2 weeks ago. We'll talk about it again.
You want to recap it real quick since you showed the book?
We picked out 6 books that we're going to read each month, and then one Sunday out of the month, we're going to talk about that book.
Thanks, Michelle.
What?
All right.
Okay. Let me tell you, hold on. If we didn't have enough of OWPS with investigating and podcasts and everything else, let me tell you what we have for you now, people. We have now the OWPS Book Club.
You should have said it in Macho Man Randy Savage.
What this entails for you is we will pick a book once a month, and you will have 30 days to read this magnificent, beautiful book, okay? And then one show at the end of the month, we're going to discuss it. Then we'll move on to another book. We will be all knowledged and enlightened together on specific topics from paranormal, metaphysical, religion, extraterrestrial,
ultra-terrestrial,
all those good stuff.
Yeah.
Was that good enough?
That's
for
good.
you?
Ultra-terrestrial, in case you didn't know, is interdimensional beings. We might get to that later on the Yeti. All right, so
Don't make me.
so going back to the 12 fingers and 12 toes, I thought it was really interesting that in Ecuador, there's a tribe that's been away from mainstream society for centuries. And all these tribe members have 12 fingers and 12 toes. A medical doctor studied this tribe and the people and found out these people had outstanding health benefits, that their sixth digit was actually connected to their brain and they could actually use these digits. Because most people that have six digits, they don't really can't really use that extra digit. It's more of like a kind of in their way. It's not connected right to their brain. So I thought that was super interesting.
I do know one person that has 6 toes in each foot.
6 toes on each foot?
Yeah,
Wow.
he was born that way. And I'm not going to tell him he's special. I'm not going to give him that.
You probably should.
No, I'm not. He don't deserve that.
He's probably really good at counting.
Yeah, he's got that alien blood. In him.
Yeah.
He'll probably mess me up.
Better give him a shout out. We'll tag him in this post. You
Oh man.
want to go to the Majestic 12?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to go with next, and you can fill in wherever you would like. Another interesting 12 was.
What you got, Michelle?
I counted out 12 cards, and as I'm counting, I'm asking the cards. I said, what does the number 12 have to do with OWPS? The Oracle card is familiar, the Guardian, which attaches to your spiritual guide. Just saying.
What's that? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm lost.
Familiar to a witch is a guardian, so to speak. It could be, you watched Harry Potter, right? Somebody had a cat, some people have owls, some people have toads, some people have dogs. They're said to be your familiar to help you guide you through your life. So, and that's the card that popped up, the 12th card. The question I asked the cards was, what card will represent OWPS on the 12th card? And that's what popped up, which is a guardian card. So I just found that interesting.
Is that because I'm big and strong? I got to protect Nick?
Probably.
Whatever. As long as I don't get my face all messed up because I'm too pretty for that. So.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Hemingway's cats had 6 toes.
What?
That's interesting.
Man, this Molly girl's got all kinds of interesting facts on here.
She's very knowledgeable.
Molly is our research girl, and she's our super nerd. And she knows everything.
Interesting.
And she fits in very perfectly with the crew.
Good.
So I need to ask this. I need to interject for comedy purposes, but
Yep.
so is this whole 12 thing, are you trying to tell me we need 12 group members?
No, see, we did have 12 at one point, remember, and it didn't work.
That's true.
Well, did you have 12 or did you have 13?
We had 12.
12.
Well, you might have been missing one then, because if you remember, Jesus was the 13th. He had 12 disciples.
Well, yeah, but
Maybe you needed
that
one
was
more
his
person.
no.
Maybe you're really only
No.
11.
It was Jesus in
Needed one
his
more.
entourage of 12 people.
Right.
It wasn't
You were
13.
one short.
It wasn't 13.
You were one short.
No.
All right.
Anyway,
Moving
sorry.
on.
Moving forward, we're not doing 12 people on the crew.
Yeah. But there was a crew that had 12 people called the Majestic 12. And that was a group set up to investigate and cover up UFO sightings. Harry Truman set this 12 up. And this is a fact right here. You can go on and find this. This paper, SOM 1-01. It's a manual for extraterrestrials. On page 11, it has an extraterrestrial technology classification table. Why would you need that?
Why would we need an extraterrestrial classification table if aliens do not exist?
Why would we need a classification table that's got several different kinds of technology on it from different types of aliens if we've never seen that before?
Who was the president that disappeared? He went on a vacation and like disappeared. I
That was
seen
Truman.
it. Yeah, was it Truman?
It was Truman.
Okay.
He was into the aliens.
Mhm.
He's the one that started this, the Majestic 12. Also interesting, in the New Testament, St. John writes about New Jerusalem in the book of Revelations. And on the New Jerusalem city, there's 12 gates to this fortress. There's 3 on each side, on all 4 sides. And the walls are made of measurements of 12.
Hmm.
Also interesting, music is divided into 12 notes. 12 tones are in the music system. I mean, is the number 12 some sort of alien code that we need to debunk?
12 gates of heaven.
I mean,
obviously, I think it is. I mean, it can't be a coincidence that everything has 12 in it.
it's too coincidental. Do we want to take some calls?
I don't know. They want to call.
Anybody want to call in? Where's the number? Yeah, flash the number.
The number is on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See that?
Yeah, there's
Where's
See that
Smitty
little
at?
ticker thing?
Yeah, where's Smitty at?
Smitty was on here a little bit ago.
Is that why there are 12 inches in a foot?
It's possible.
I mean, it's easier to measure.
Well, somebody was smart in the beginning, weren't they?
Yeah, the aliens.
Yeah, I was watching another one today, the Da Vinci Conspiracy.
That's
a
what
good
the
one.
book, one of the books I picked, the Da Vinci, Truth and Fiction of the Da Vinci Code, Truth and Fiction. So what actually is true and not true, I guess. But that's why I
Slow the
picked
ticker down.
Slow the tick. I told Liz that last night.
It can't go no more slower. Anyways.
What about Tibet, Michelle? Do you know anything about Tibet?
No.
We got one more power of 12.
Okay.
And this is the most interesting one. So we all know that the Mayan calendar was supposed to end on December 21st, 2012. Correct?
Correct.
So, and everybody thought that the world was going to end. That was it. I mean, the Mayan calendar ends.
Mm-hmm.
What they believe is the reason why it ended there because it was supposed to start a new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just don't understand what the new beginning meant. So in Switzerland, the Super Hadron Collider, I think everybody knows what that is.
It's this massive, massive machine that
Well,
they
they-
made to have particles.
They can break down and like
They can split atoms with it.
so. Shortly after that, when the Mayan calendar ended, they discovered a 12th particle, which everybody now calls the God particle.
Yeah, that's right.
That's basically the remnants off of the collision of the 2 atoms,
The Higgs boson.
and that's the pieces in the Big Bang that created.
Why I
everything.
can't say that today. Hadron, whatever.
Hyd-
Oh my gosh.
Hadron,
Halogen Collider.
I
decagon.
watch the Big Bang Theory every freaking episode, and they talk about it all the time. And right now, I can't say it. I don't know what problem is. Anyways, so with that being said, them finding that 12th particle, which they're calling the God particle, they can now understand more of us, the planet, the universe, how it's structured, how it's made, this or that. So is that leading us into a different direction, being a new beginning?
The start of the ascension.
That's the theory, anyways. That the end of that Mayan calendar was the end of that kind of society, and now the world has moved on. Science has advanced a ton since 2012
Right.
because of that.
Ascensions never happened before, so we don't know what it looks like. We only have old text saying what the ascension
My
is.
mom wants to call into the show.
Call in, mama.
Have her call your phone. Did you hear me?
Yeah,
Just have her call your phone. They can hear
she's old. I don't see the number. There it is.
her. Shit. I knew this was going to happen. I get on here, start talking, and I just like
The
have
way
a
I
talking
think,
fit.
the way I think the ascension is going to be not necessarily our souls leaving our body to drop on the ground and we all just fly in the sky. I think what's going to happen is our brain power is actually going to open up.
It's interesting you say that. I have a theory on that too.
What's your theory, Blake?
And now Blake for his theory on ascension.
Well, if you know about the Buddhist monks in Tibet, they believe in the Rainbow Road. It's basically a meditation that they do where the body actually dies until they go into a beam of light, and then they can travel through all 12 dimensions for enlightenment, and then be still connected to the earth to teach the next.
I call that astral projection. Is it different than that?
Is what now?
She's saying that's astral projecting.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the same lines.
It's on the same lines. Yeah, we can go on and on about Tibet too. I got a bunch of information on that too.
Yeah, you can talk about it if you want. I mean,
I told you not to burn through all your stuff in 30 minutes. And you did. I'm a talker, man. Like
he wants to get through that information quick.
Yeah.
He's like, I was on, and now I'm done.
Right. Now
I'll see y'all later.
But yeah.
Blake, have you meditated? Do you know how to meditate?
I actually, after my divorce, you know what I mean? I was married a long time. I got into a lot of self-healing, fitness, going to the gym, meditating, things like that. Make my mind at ease. It's like my own therapy. And I try to teach others to meditate.
How do you meditate? Like the best way I meditate is guided meditation.
Is what?
Guided meditation, where somebody talks me through it. They're talking through like music and like if I want to meet a spirit guide or an ancestor, the person walks me through it. They have like a certain tone of voice and they walk me through it. And that works for me better than like, I can't do quiet because I hear everything.
Yeah, I do quiet.
Yeah,
I can just zone everybody out. I just take my mind somewhere else.
I learned when I worked retail where I would put my finger, or especially doing hair, I would put my finger on the counter and I would do like the eternity circle. And it helps me concentrate when somebody's being a Karen.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
No, me, I just tune people out. I can meditate pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done it in my car, in my shop, at home, my bed, and wherever.
My house isn't really ever quiet. Kids, dogs, it's never quiet.
Yeah.
I that's what I wanted to do when we went to Seven Pillars. In the morning, I wanted to meditate by the river to, just connect that way. Didn't get a chance to do it because we, got sick and it got washed away. But that's something I'm wanting to achieve is being able to do it quietly, with nothing going on. But then again, the drums with the drum beat, the constant, beating of the meditative drum is a good way to.
You know what gets me to relax? And I could probably meditate to it.
Jim, Jack, Johnny.
Jack, Johnny.
That would be using something to meditate.
No, I was being serious, but that does help.
Sorry.
Some people use marijuana. Some people use acid and
an old
mushrooms.
An old square box fan.
Oh, my Lanta.
That noise is the
Mhm.
most peaceful, wonderful noise to me in the world.
That's the fan that's in my room. I use a square box fan to sleep at night when
Yeah.
I sleep in there. But yeah, usually
It's
I don't.
probably just more repetition for you guys. Brings back memories when you're younger and stuff.
Yeah, it's the noise.
Really?
It's the noise.
It's a
Something about that. And the circular fans can't do it. You know, it's something to do with the box fan and how I don't know.
And I'm
Well,
gonna tell you what, the metal fan, the square metal fans when we was kids is a
Mhm.
whole lot different than the plastic ones we have now.
Yeah.
well, you know, the Earth makes noise. There's noise while we're spinning around and stuff. There's noise that is made by just everything. Everything in the universe has
Lot of-
a string
A lot of
noise to it.
gases. A lot of
So
gases.
what is your guys' take on the movie Avatar? Because that's very dimensional. Like it's very
Sometimes I think that we are the avatars in that right now.
yeah.
Because like sometimes, you know, somebody could be a totally fine person and then be totally something else.
Right.
Like maybe somebody jumped into their machine and took over that person. You know?
Right.
I think about that a lot.
Man, I've seen the movie. I'd have to watch it again.
Well, and the way that their tail also connected to the animals and to each other, and that the basic gist is we are all connected to each other and to our planet. You know,
That's Buddhism. That's Buddhism, not
Yes, I-
Buddhism. That's more going out to the bar.
not Buddhism.
Buddhism. Yeah.
You have Hinduism, you have Buddhism, and
Mhm.
you have Buddhism. 3 different planes.
All that's going in my head right now is that Jennifer Lopez and Izzy Azalea song, "Big Big Booty."
And only one of those 3 religions is from the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
The other 2 is from the Eastern Hemisphere.
Oh man,
Is this your mom?
is she calling in?
I don't know.
Answer. Can everybody hear?
Hello.
Yeah, that's her number right there.
Hello.
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 Good evening.
I just wanted to make a little comment on the last thing you said about all being one, and that's Buddhism. Actually, we are all one connected to God.
Yes, ma'am.
But Buddhism, though, they connect to their animal and the world, and you know they connect to more than just God.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm trying to. I'm getting feedback from the TV, so.
Oh,
You gotta turn that
but,
TV off.
You know, that's the whole point of you know, in several places in the Bible, it tells you that we are all one, and that you know the body cannot exist without each of its parts, and we all are a part of the body of Christ.
correct.
So that's the whole thing of we all are responsible for each other, and we all are dependent on each other, and who knows, that may connect to the book of Revelation, which I think you should do a whole show on one of these days.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
You should
with
come
you.
on the show, Ma.
So, in terms with Buddhism and Hinduism and Judaism to Christianity, so each form, obviously, Hinduism is one of the oldest religions on the planet. Then there's
Right.
Buddhism, then Judaism. Now, if you actually break down each religion, they all kind of feed in off each other
Oh,
in
absolutely.
certain aspects of it. And I wholeheartedly believe what you said, because to me that feeds into energy. We all are forms of energy, and we all are forms of energy in this universe. So in theoretical terms, we all are one.
That's right.
So
Well, Buddhism and things, Bon is like what they practice in Tibet, and it's real similar to Taoism, and it
Mhm.
connects with nature and spirituality and certain spots involved, and magic and demons. Is
so
all
if you don't know right now, we have Mama Blake on the phone. So Blake better be on his P's and Q's right now.
No
I'm
talk
pretty
about
impressed
Buddhism.
with the knowledge that he has espoused tonight, because I had no idea he read that much of the Bible, so I'm very pleased. But he and I could collaborate on something. I got information I can feed to him to help you guys out too.
Absolutely.
Call
Anytime.
into the show anytime.
And we were actually talking about this a couple weeks ago, how I wanted to get an old Hebrew Bible, and I wanted to read that and get into that. And we were talking a lot with the book of Revelations too.
Oh, that's definitely one of my pet projects, is trying to understand exactly what it's telling us, because I was very nervous that we were already well into some of the prophecies of the book of Revelation. And now I think maybe we've got a reprieve for a little while.
I mean, there's no timestamp on the process of the what is supposed to go on. So
right, and
have we began?
God has his own time, so we have no idea what that concept of time is.
Yeah, I mean, wholeheartedly, we could already have started that process, and by the time my lifetime is over, maybe when my kids are older, maybe at that time, that's when the rest of the prophecy comes true. I guess in our mindset is once it starts, it's going to go boom, 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 and we're done.
No, it's not going to happen that way.
So
I have to agree. I don't think it's going to happen like that at all.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
Nick,
I
Nick
guess
said.
that I will log off now and let you guys continue on with your show, and I will enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, it's good talking to you.
See you,
Okay,
Ma.
bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, I was disagreeing with you, Nick, not her. Actually, I believe I said this to a Baptist preacher that was trying to convert me once I told him I was a witch. But I said, you cannot tell me that all or God or whatever the supreme being is wasn't smart enough to create all these religions, because every religion has their God or all. Every religion has ceremony. Every religion has an altar. The only one to me that is extremely different and follows more of a system is Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, no, I don't want to interrupt you or anything, but there actually is teachings. The Buddhism, those monks talk about, they were actually trained from ancient alien ancestors, came down to Tibet and actually trained those monks, and that's where a lot of that religion comes from in the eastern side.
I've been watching Ancient Aliens too. I just started it actually, but I like how, well, it's just a different, but like all of these, I mean, they drew pictures which have lasted throughout the centuries of like, for instance, the Virgin Mary, how it showed a beam of light from her up to the heavens, which looked like an alien ship coming through the clouds.
Yeah.
Could have been the heavens opening up and God speaking to her, but that was the rendition of the artist. That's what they
Yeah.
at the time. That was, but it still is. I mean, when the episode I was watching tonight was about the how they think that the bomb, the atom bomb,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the nuclear bomb, was done centuries ago, and how I was going to try to remember the name and sound smart, but
I know what you're talking about. It's in the Middle East.
Yeah, they did.
It was like a nuclear bomb went off and destroyed people running and everything.
Yeah, and they depicted all of these people, and actually, it's what would have looked like, how people would have looked like, and being exposed to that, the radiation and things like that. And I mean, everything is all theory based. It's based. What changes it is faith.
Yeah.
And I find it amazing that people like myself, your mom, you guys can be so strong in their faith, yet it's also different.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful gift to be able to do that. So I don't want your mom to think I'm a horrible person.
She doesn't. She's the most positive person you ever seen. She'd just say, "Come here, give me a hug."
We'll send her an email later, tell her how good a person you are.
Right.
That'll never
We'll
happen.
put a word in for Santa for you, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey. No, but
Seriously, I do. That's what I love about Ancient Aliens. This show puts such a different twist on the things that we have grown up to know as one thing, and then somebody can take that same thing with history from the same time and completely change it.
Right. And another thing about that show is, obviously the main topic is aliens, but they cover so much, and it's no different than what we do in the paranormal aspect. It's not just spirits and ghosts. We cover so many different aspects. Ancient Aliens, they're always talking about religions, metaphysical dimensions, the spirit world,
space,
to politics and how governments are run, to everything ties into it. Just like tonight's topic, the power of 12. How many different genres of things did we come up to, points that we talked about that has power to 12? So
yeah, everything's connected.
It's almost to the point you can't deny the connection, at least.
right. I don't know.
So on the psychic level, I've read a lot about psychics having connections with higher beings out of Tibet. That's all clear across the country, clear across the world from them, and still have premonitions from them, and maybe even an alien. One guy had a sketch artist draw who he was in contact with, and it looked like a gray alien.
Right.
A lot of a lot of things we don't understand, like the black arts, black magic, things like that. Deal with black matter and black power and things like that. There was a magician that's real infamous for it, Aleister Crowley, who actually brought back the ancient black arts that tapped into that. And he had some amazing things he said, that he was actually in talks with other beings in another dimension that he was tapping into through the black arts, and that's how he performed a lot of his magic and stuff.
That's interesting.
It was interesting.
Are you talking magic like magician, or magic as in like witches and spell work?
Well, he was a magician, but he also did some things that could have been real magic. I'm not sure if you ever heard of Aleister Crowley. He's a famous magician.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say on that was, in the Wiccan world and in the witchcraft world, you have your dark arts practitioners, and you have what you call light, and then you have what you call gray. And it's basically just a title, just like we talk about people with spirits. If magic is magic, what you do with it is what makes it good or bad.
Right.
If I constantly put out bad stuff, then my magic would be considered dark magic. But if I'm always working within the light and love and putting all that out in the world, then I would be considered a light worker or light magic. But somebody who can do a little bit of both is the gray. Now, you were talking about in the alien sense, there's gray, there's white, there's
serpent aliens. There's several different kinds of species of aliens, in my belief.
I just feel like it's like I just keep going back to the word connection. We are all connected in some way, whether people want to believe it or not. Because I know there's this big talk about like the rare blood type. What is it? A negative,
Mhm.
and that's alien blood. Um, so speaking of alien spaceship taking off out in the backyard,
You gotta get that thing fixed.
That's why when Gabby moves out, I'm taking my office upstairs to one of the bedrooms, so I don't have to worry about the furnace
With
kicking
the
on.
big podcast mics and everything.
right. So I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, that's just like oh, what's that alien movie with Will Smith in it?
Independence
Men in
Day?
Black. Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
The cat had a world on it and a little jewel about this big, and it was a
Got
whole
a galaxy.
Yeah, it was a whole galaxy. I mean, we are in but one galaxy of many galaxies, you
In
know.
the universe, yeah.
For us to be the only ones, you know, I just think that's for people to think we're the only ones intelligent out there, it's an obtuse thought.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Do you think we're ready?
I
Do you
think
think society is ready to accept that?
you know what? I commune with ghosts. I see pictures. I get things that people I can't explain. But I'm gonna tell you what, if I'm sitting right here and a spaceship lands right out in my street, I'm gonna shit my pants. I don't care.
Hopefully you clean yourself afterwards.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I probably wouldn't, but I think for the first moment I would be scared, but I think curiosity would overwin, really.
Yeah.
I do admit in the first moment I would be like, holy shit, they're coming to get me.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't think. I mean, there might be more. I'm sure there's more than one species out there, but depending on which one comes, I don't think they're here to take us over,
as
take our
long
planet over, to
as they
destroy us.
It might come here to mate though, to make hybrids.
Well, that's where we have you.
The species man. All jokes aside, just kidding.
But no, I mean, like the movie Independence Day and stuff like that, where they're here to take us over. And,
I totally believe in interdimensional beings too, ultra terrestrials. I think the Yeti is one of those creatures.
Mhm.
The Yeti is supposed to be the protector of Shambhala, which is the hidden kingdom. It's supposed to be an advanced technology inside. Shoot, which mountain is that? Now I'm forgetting. Not Mount Sinai. Why am I talking about that? But Shambhala is supposed to be the kingdom of like all this advanced technology, alien beings. It's in Mount Kailash. That's what it is, Mount Kailash.
Yeah. What movie was that in?
In the Himalayas.
Yeah, but what movie was that in? Anyways, I was reading Melinda's comment. Yeah, there was a movie about what was that
Journey
movie?
to the Center of the Earth.
No.
she says, I met a man at the Randolph who said he brought things with him as elementals. He said they were from another universe, and they were 8 foot tall. I saw them as dark shadow figures, and my blood drained when I saw them.
Wow.
So you're saying the man that you met at the Randolph is the one that saw these 8 foot tall figures.
He says he has his own. I'm reading it as he has his own personal elementals that he brings with him when he goes to these things.
And those elementals are 8 foot tall.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's going to be a whole lot of malarkey, but because there are elementals, but
He said
they're here to study. Elementals are like your woodland creatures. Your
Right.
like
your fairies and
fairies,
trolls.
trolls, light beings. There are light beings and they are elementals, but they're from our planet that I know of. They could be from other dimensions and I could be wrong. But I had never read anything about elementals from other universes, but you can't be too wrong if the Yeti protects the
Shambhala.
Shambhala. And I mean, what's Bigfoot protecting?
My belief is Bigfoot is another species of extraterrestrial that was brought here to mine. I think there's a ton of underground tunnels that those guys use. That's how they keep popping up in different areas. That's my belief, though.
Do you think they teleport? That's why they're all over the place?
The Yeti, most definitely. The Yeti has been seen to just vanish just like that, and that's why they think that is a ultra terrestrial that can show up when somebody is close to Shambhala and disappear. There's actually a lake close to that area in Tibet called Skeleton Lake. There's over 600 skeletons in this lake, human skeletons, all over the world, not just in the Eastern, from Spain, Italy, all over the place. Different kinds of bodies, different kinds of people, all the bones. And they think that the Yeti attacked those people and threw the bodies in there, and that's what those are from.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Skeleton Lake, look it up.
Look it up, people.
Look it up.
Look it up. I think I remember Melinda telling me this story.
About Skeleton Lake?
No, she put it in the comments.
Oh, okay.
When I first met her there at Randolph.
Oh, this is somebody from Randolph that works there or something?
No.
Oh.
When I first met Melinda, she put a group together to go do the Randolph, and she invited Molly to go, and Molly invited me.
Okay.
That's how I met her.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I also believe that Atlantis and Lemuria used to be real places and had an advanced technology with flying trains and things like that. It was advanced technology, and it's reported by a psychic. You might know this lady, Madame Neflavsky. She's like super world renowned for telepathy and things. She said she was in contact with somebody, another higher being, that said that those places were real with advanced technology. They got into black magic and black matter, and hybridated that with technology, and that's how they had their demise and why they're not here anymore.
So, have you heard the theory that Atlanteans were vampires?
No, I did not hear that.
Okay, the theory is now, I mean, Molly may know this, but there was a writer who wrote a bunch of romance novels, a whole series, based on the theory that Atlanteans are vampires. And when Atlantis fell, only a few survived. And they came up with nanotechnology that was inserted into the blood to rejuvenate the skin to keep you forever young and not sick. And the one thing that you had to do was to get blood intravenous daily or bi-daily or weekly. I don't remember, but and that's how you could survive, because the nanotechnology burned up all of the red blood cells to keep you youthful. So when Atlantis fell, the 3 or 4 that survived adapted by growing the vampire teeth, and that's how they were to survive and get their blood, was to then suck the blood from people, and that's how they did it, as a survival mechanism to keep their nanotechnology, because it would just what was it?
I have not heard that. It sounds similar to the movie Blade.
A little bit. It's kind of like that, but
Where's Wesley at?
Thanks,
No, that's interesting. I've never heard that theory, Michelle.
I've
Yeah.
never heard that either.
I mean, you've met people with, and I mean, think about it. In your lifetime, you've met people that you've looked at their teeth and said, "Damn, those could be vampire teeth."
Good for you,
Mm.
Liz has an interesting
yeah. Yeah, I
comment.
was gonna read it. Did you see Liz's comment?
About morticians,
Yeah,
people who prepare dead bodies.
yeah. I know what a mortician is. Do you know what a mortician is?
I do. Yeah, I actually know somebody down in the morgue, and she said you basically have to have no soul to be able to cut little kids up like that and stuff.
Yeah. You have to have no empathy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
that would be super difficult.
I think I would have
You
to
always
say
think about it like, yeah, I cut up some dead bodies. And they're like, would you do a kid? You're like,
until it's a 6-year-old or
I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm a bouncer at a bar, and I neck slammed a guy last week, and I felt bad afterwards. I couldn't sleep.
what?
Yeah,
Man, if I'd love to have the opportunity.
I know. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'd be apt to interview a mortician.
Right?
That'd be an interesting conversation.
So are they still called morticians when they work in the funeral home and prepare the bodies for funeral? Are they still called morticians? Or
I'd say that's a funeral director.
I don't
no,
know.
no, no, they run the place. The person who embalms them, drains the blood,
Depends on how rich that place is. If they're doing it themselves or farming that out.
Well, because I met a guy who that was his job, and he said there's a time after rigor goes away that the muscles relax, but he's had a couple bodies like just sit straight up on him.
Yeah.
It's a function the body does that the muscles go through, but
God,
he,
that scared the crap out of me.
yeah, I think I would have to like,
Talk about shit your pants.
Man.
I think I'd rather see the alien out in the street than that happen.
Oh man.
Kate says a mortician is the one who prepares the bodies. Coroners are the ones who do autopsies.
Autopsies. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Kate.
So, I mean, either way, granted, the mortician doesn't cut up the bodies; they just prepare them and stuff. But I'd be apt to interview him. I'm sure you would.
I had a client that asked me when she died, could she put it in her will that when she died, I did her hair. I had told her to give me some time to think about it. And then I told her, yeah, and would do it. Now, I don't know if she actually put it in her will, but.
Huh. Yeah, I got some things up my sleeve here I want to bring on the show and to just different aspects.
Because, didn't we narrow it down to we were going to do the one Sunday's the book, and then one Sunday's alien, one Sunday's religion, and one Sunday's paranormal?
Oh, I like this schedule. This means I get a once a month slot.
You might have to share a couple with Schmitty.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or I'll just have you and Schmitty do a show.
Right.
I'll just sit
You
upstairs.
can direct it.
That's because you can take each category in every Sunday for
I apologize.
12 months out.
Yeah.
You can take one show and talk about, for aliens, for example, since that's today, one show on grays, and then the next show be on whites, or just talk about alien abductions.
Michelle likes a lot of structure.
I love
I like it.
She
I
likes
like
to be
it.
prepared.
I'm a very organized person in my
I'm
life.
a fly by the seat of my pants kind of
I'm
person.
very organized in my life.
It's just easier.
It's 7 p.m. Shit, I have a show at 8. I better come up with something.
calling me. Where you at? I thought you were supposed to be here for pre-production.
Well, next week, Michelle Randall will be joining us.
That'd be a good show.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I
He
thought
does know. He'll tell you. He'll message you later about it. We don't want to
I
give
thought
everybody,
maybe we could start with like piggybacking what he thinks on this episode of the Power of 12, and then leading into whatever else.
So I had a meeting with my healer community. It was only 2 of them. One of the ladies, she's an older lady, like mom's age, but she can channel centaurians.
What is that?
Isn't that the horse thing? The horse
Yeah.
person?
Really?
Yeah, she can channel. I've got some things cooking up on that. I'm gonna do a live Zoom on talking about the new moon and celebrations for the new moon and what you actually do during a new moon. Because everyone talks about the full moon, they don't talk about the new moon, which is just as important to get myself out there on that aspect. But so I'm gonna be, when I do that, I'm gonna put the link on OWPS too.
Okay.
But yeah,
Is that going to be under Mystical 73?
yes.
Okay.
Should be Mystical 12.
73, that's when I was born.
Oh, Power 12.
Well, Nick needs to get 12 apostles.
Right.
Are you saying I got to find 12 people that like me?
Well, how many do we have now? You're almost there.
I mean, that's borderline. These people like me. I'm just saying.
You know? Some days we do and some days we don't.
You guys do call me dictator in our thread.
Yeah.
So. But
Maybe you have a strong vision. That's why I say that.
I definitely think cat.
On that note,
I definitely think more should be talked about the Men in Black.
that was a great episode. You remember that? That was the first time I came on.
Yeah. I look for them, but you know, I'm very like I seen you in the store a handful of times, like, and never even said anything to you from the time I met you, because when people come into the store, I didn't want to interrupt them. You're in there to grocery shop, not. I guess you do run into people you know, but I don't know. I just think grocery shopping's a personal experience, and what have you. Cat.
Yes, Molly, we have a walkthrough this weekend.
Oh yes, we do. The 5th.
Yep.
Can't believe it's going to be December, folks. The 12th month. Speaking of 12.
Dun dun dun.
Jump, jump, jump.
So I have a picture I want to share to end the show.
Yes.
Don't you do it? Better not be a me.
I can't promise that.
It's definitely not you.
Shut
Okay.
up, Mike. All right.
We're going out on this picture right here.
Do you see it yet, Michelle?
They wipe themselves out. For the love of whomever, why?
With that, we're out.
It's funny. You get it, the pandemic, the toilet paper.
Yeah, I know.
The aliens are out there smacking their heads like these fucking idiots.
I really hope they don't look like that.
That could be us from the future, just so you know. We could travel back in time, and that's what we look like in the future.
Oh my
That could
God.
be future humanoids.
I'm glad I'm not going to be there. So, Nick, have you watched Stargate, the movie, and then the series? Like, did you at least watch the movie? Blake, have you watched the movie Stargate? You
No.
alien buffs have not watched Stargate?
Here's a big shocker. I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies either.
Oh my God. That's it. You're fired. Get off the show.
I've seen all the Star Wars movies. And
I-
Star Trek.
Never seen Star Trek or Star Wars.
Okay. The new ones I don't care for at all. I don't like going to see them. I don't want to see them. This whole Mandalorian series, I'm just like, why?
I haven't watched the Mandalorian series.
Mark watches the Mandalorian series, and I'll sit down and watch them, and I'm just like, I think it's cool to be able to travel in space and do all that stuff, and it's got Baby Yoda on there. It's the cutest little freaking thing ever. But
I was the stunt double in the Chronicles of Riddick and all those movies.
what? Bullshit.
That's the Vin Diesel movies from outer space.
He thinks he's Vin Diesel's twin brother.
The only thing that matches is your bald head.
Oh man, the DJ at Arena calls me Vin Decent. He's like, "You're like Vin Diesel, but you're decent."
You're Vin Diesel.
All right, so next week, Mr. Randall Smith, we'll get more dialed in on this book club coming up. And if you want to talk later this week, if you want to talk about what you want to talk about on Sunday with Randall,
Okay.
stuff like that. And
How are you friends, Nick?
are you next friend?
Vin Diesel. I bring a comedy aspect to this show, people.
Go.
Anyways.
Oh.
Well, we're done.
Peace out.
Are you done? You got anything else you want to add to the show, Michelle? No?
Always, but
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
OWPS.
Have a great week.
Support local.
good night, y'all.